I get it. I get it. You want them to hurt the way you've been hurt. You want them to feel the exact pain that they made you feel. You just want them to see exactly what they did that made you go through all of the things you went through. They've treated you like you didn't matter. They treated you like you were disposable. And you want nothing but to make them feel exactly how they made you feel. I get it. But that won't solve anything. It really won't. It'll make you feel better temporarily, and these problems are going to keep cycling over and over and over and over again. Here's the thing with people who mistreat you. When someone mistreats you, and then you try to reflect that back onto them, they are just going to become more volatile and upset and continue to treat you this way, or want revenge on you for you getting revenge on them, and then you want revenge on them because they got revenge on you for getting revenge on them. You see, it's the whole cycle, and it will never stop unless one person grows up and walks away. Not everyone is allowed a space in your mind to live rent-free. And that's exactly what these people are doing. They're living in your head rent-free, and they've already got what they tried to get out of you. They got your time, your effort, and your energy. You're thinking about them, you're mulling over them. Most of your actions towards them are fueled from how you feel about whatever they did to you. But I get it. I really truly get it. You want the world to feel the pain that you felt. You want this person to experience all these things that you feel like they deserve. And the truth is, eventually they're going to receive the exact energy they put out into the world in some other form. It may not be from you, but it can very well be from someone else. So you owe it to yourself to relax, to breathe, to move on, to be happy, and get rid of this person. To rid your life, rid your mind, rid your emotions of this person, or these people, or these things, or whatever it is that you feel like you need to exact revenge upon. Just move on. Just move forward. Getting revenge does nothing but satiate the feeling of self-righteous justice. You feel like what you're doing is justified and okay, and that you're getting justice upon this person by committing acts of negativity or violence or whatever it is that you feel needs to be done. And I've thought about this for a very long time in my life because obviously I've dealt with people betraying me. I've dealt with people treating me so terribly. I've dealt with, whether it's friends or family or whatever it is, I've dealt with all of that. And the only thing that has ever made me feel at ease or at peace or just happy is the fact that I got to move on and they no longer inhabit any part of my brain. There are some people who have treated you so wrong that the moment you think of them, it sparks up anxiety. The moment you think of them, it sparks up anger. Any memory sparks up a certain feeling that does nothing but contribute to negativity in your mind. Think of how amazing you would feel with a lot of these problems and issues from these people outside of your mind. You will feel a lot more relief. That hatred, that negativity, you're the only person who's feeling it. When you are so upset or so filled with anger and vengeance and revenge and all these other things, you're the only person who feels that. This person who done you wrong is probably having the time of their life, right? They don't care what they've done to you. You see them on social media living their life in this certain way. You're the only one who's feeling it. And I know, it feels like a slap in the face to see other people who have treated you so wrongly being able to smile and laugh and have a good old time like they didn't just do anything they just done. But like I said, the way people live will reflect back upon them. These people are missing something. They need to go out in this world and commit these acts of negativity and being heinous towards one another and just treating people like trash, right? And treating people so terribly. They are going to lack a social structure. They are going to lack support. They are going to lack friends and family in the long run. Their behavior is reflective of the lifestyle they're going to be living. People who haven't cleaned up their act, they're always dealing with something. Think about it. Someone who's mistreating someone who's just a butthole. They go home and their home is not even a happy home. They're missing something from their house. And whatever that may be is very reflective on the behavior they exhibit when they go outside. For example, based off of psychology, right? The people who go into school and they start bullying others, like let's say you're in middle school, for example, right? And you come across this kid who's always bullying somebody. The moment you see them going home or getting picked up, or you just see how they live outside of school, it's completely opposite of what they try to portray. They're not actually the big bad wolf. There's someone else who's bigger and badder, and they're probably being mistreated by someone. So then they take that and they project it onto someone else. The way people act is very reflective of what they're missing in life or what they have in life. So you owe it to yourself to live the most peaceful and tranquil life you could ever possibly imagine. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to get up and be the bigger person and move on. You are 1,000 times stronger than a person who belittles and mistreats and causes nothing but irreparable damage to others. There is no need for you to exact revenge. There is no need for vengeance. Life and the universe in itself will handle this person accordingly. At some point, something's gonna happen. That's typically how it goes. And whether or not you want to think of that as karma or just a coincidence or just life, that's exactly what's going to happen. There's ups and downs for everybody. But as long as you get to control the way you operate, you get to control your emotional output, your emotional input, you get to work with yourself, you get to learn yourself, you get to move past the struggle, move away from the want to destroy and revenge and, all of these festering emotions. You will soon see that living a lifestyle where no one ever can affect you and live in your head rent free, it will feel like you're floating. To be able to relinquish those feelings of hatred, vengeance, revenge, whatever it is you want to call it, a grudge, if you will. It's a very difficult thing to hear that this person has done this and this and this to you, so just get up and move on and be the bigger person. No one wants to hear that. They want this person to feel exactly how they made you feel. But the power in that is that you understand this and you don't subject yourself to simply being a slave to revenge, being a slave to vengeance and negative energy and mirroring their terrible actions. Being like the person who did this makes you like the person who did it. It doesn't make you any better than them. Now you're two peas in a pod. I love being at peace in my own little domain, where I have control of what's going on, where I get to sit down and relax and kick my feet up and watch that anime, play these games, talk to this friend, eat some ice cream and just chillax, while there's no one yapping, in my mind. So if you feel like you need to get revenge on somebody else, just remember there are so many other avenues for you to take to feel a lot better in the long run than get that temporary satisfaction. Because that temporary satisfaction, based off of fuming emotions, can do so much harm to you. It takes a split second for something to go haywire. Think with a clear mind. Think with a thoughtful mind. Think with an introspective mind. Not with an angry one. Not with a vengeful one. Not with one filled with grudges and hate. And I'm not gonna lie, this type of mindset took a very, very, very long time to adopt. I've gotten a question or two about what I've studied and why I make these videos. So I love psychology and I love philosophy. And those two things, amongst other things, are a big interest of mine. And with philosophy specifically, it's Stoicism, from Marcus Aurelius and whatnot. I even have little philosophers, I don't know if you can see that, little philosopher dudes just sitting around as decor, as reminders and whatnot. And then I have a bookshelf of philosophy books and psychology books and theories of personality and neurodivergency and whatever else you can think of. I probably got it. But yeah, that's going on a tangent. I don't really have much else to say. This video is pretty straightforward. This topic can be very nuanced of a thing to speak about. So I probably didn't do a good job, honestly. I do tend to critique the way I explain and try to convey things. But if you understood me, I'm glad you did. if you have any more input on this and any experiences on how being the bigger person has been so beneficial in your life in the long run, please let us know in the comments down below. For anyone else wondering how to move on from revenge and, move forward or be that bigger person. And if you simply just want to vent about your day, what you've been dealing with, what you've been going through, maybe someone has done something to you and you feeling some way about it, go on and vent in the comments down below. Maybe someone else will respond. I also read all the comments too. And as I always say, take care and stay hydrated and be nice to yourself.